Hi, I'm Cynthia Collins with Community Bank's Loan Department, and I'm here to help you with any personal loans you may need. I enjoy coming to work every day and helping people with all types of loans. From automobiles to debt consolidation, I'm here to help. Call me and let's see how Community Bank can help you.
So stop in and see us at Community Bank of Dublin-Lawrence County, the bank that's service-built, where common sense banking never goes out of style.
Hello everybody, I'm Pilar Archila with Pure Gold, and I promised you I was going to have a second part of my interview with Miss Willie Paulk, and here we are together again because there's so many things we want to know about her and about her plans that we needed a second part here.
Good.
Now, 24 years, almost 25 years, deserve more than one interview. I know you're retired now. Mm-hmm. That's the magic word, retirement. First of all, what have you been doing in the past week or two, and what are your plans?
Well, you know, my last day was June 30th.
Yes.
On July the 1st, my sister Patty invited me to go with her to her house up in Hiawassee, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And we stayed there 8 days.
Nice.
It was heaven. I didn't do a thing.
Nice.
We just relaxed and ate out and ate out and ate out.
And ate out again.
But we had a great time. It was really relaxing and a lot of fun. And so I came home, and this week I'm tying up some loose ends, and then I leave on Thursday and go to Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yes.
My daughter Sandy and son-in-law Corey and my granddaughter Elise. Elise will be 10 on July the 20th.
Oh, that's the Colombian Independence Day,
wow.
July 20th.
I'll be sure and tell her.
Yes.
So she'll turn 10. I'll be there for her birthday. And then she starts her school on July the 27th. So I'm going to take her to her school the first day.
First day of school.
Mm-hmm.
What a treat for her.
Well, it's a treat for me as well.
Yes.
But then I come home, and in August, I'm going to Port St. Joe with my son Steve and daughter-in-law Kelly and the grandchildren there, Farron and Ellie, and be with them and try to figure out when Ellie goes back to school so I can do the same thing. So
Yes.
July and August have been blocked out by my grandchildren.
Well, you see, that's things that I would love to be able to do with my grandchildren.
Uh-huh.
They had their first day of school, they had all that, and Mommy Pilar is here working when they're up there.
And they don't understand that.
I know.
My little 7-year-old would look at me, and I can hear her saying it now. She said, Mima, why don't you retire?
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain to a 7-year-old.
It's hard to explain. Yeah, my 8-year-old Camilo, he asked me the other day, you know, the perfect situation would be if you buy our home next door to our house and you live there, Mommy Pilar. I said, that would be great.
It sounds great.
Sounds wonderful.
It does.
Yeah.
So anyway, I plan to do that. I plan to visit with my own family.
Yes.
Because I have lots of relatives that live within a 100-mile radius of Dublin.
Yes, exactly.
So traveling and going off with my buddies.
Yeah, guess who her buddies are?
The judge, Helen Harper.
Yeah, you
June
have to
Moore.
have a judge and someone that knows about money,
That's
June Moore.
right.
So
Then they carry
you're
me.
set. You're set.
So we're trying to make some plans to go on a couple of trips, and then I'm open.
Yeah. Are you planning to stay in Dublin?
I hope I can. I'd love to. I'm going to put my house on the market because it's a big house.
Uh-huh.
Just have something small,
Yes.
and then go here, go there, go
Yeah,
wherever.
have a place to stay in every place you want to go.
Right. I love my church. I love my friends here.
Yes.
You know, it's been a part of my life for 24 years.
I know. I mean,
it's
this
home.
became your home. Yeah, your
is.
home. And I mean, I cannot see myself leaving Dublin.
Well, I've been here longer than I've been anywhere, including Tweeds County.
That's me.
Because I left at 18, so.
Yeah, I left Colombia at the age of 18, and I've been here for 20 years, almost 20. This is home for me. I've never been anywhere in the world longer than Dublin.
Right.
Yeah, so this
It's
is,
something magic, isn't it?
yes, yeah, there is
I mean,
something.
really.
Yeah,
And you know, I've been to your beautiful country.
I know you
Beautiful
have.
day.
I know.
Cali, Colombia is one of the
I
prettiest
am
towns.
from Cali, Colombia. I
I
was
know.
born there.
Beautiful. So, as far as any, big exciting trips around the world, I don't have anything planned.
No, another 17
Tennessee.
hour on the plane. I don't
Right,
know.
Just Tennessee and Florida right now.
Yeah, yeah. But with your buddies.
That's right. Who knows where we'll end up?
Yeah, well, that's cool. And I understand, well, I don't know about Judge Harper, but
We have to be careful.
yeah, we have to be careful. But June is semi-retired. I mean,
Right.
she's so, she can anytime just get her bags
That's right.
and go. That is so cool, especially the part of your grandchildren. How far is, Tennessee from where your son lives? Is there a good
9
distance?
hours.
9 hours.
I
Yeah.
am 5.5 away from each one.
Oh,
5.5 to
Okay.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 5.5 to Port St. Joe.
not
It's
bad.
like a triangle.
Yeah,
But it's further, of course, from Tennessee to Florida.
right.
But we do have the privilege and the convenience of an airport in Panama City.
There you
So
go.
you can fly for 1 hour.
Yeah,
Panama City to Nashville, Tennessee.
that's right. Well, family reunions, I mean, it's going to be so much fun. And are you going to be involved in who is going to replace you?
No. They have a search committee. They have put together the package requirements and et cetera. And they have sent it out to the state organizations from Georgia Chamber Executives and to the Georgia Economic Developers Association and other entities. So they're receiving applications and they'll start interviewing, I'm sure, pretty soon.
Pretty soon we're going to know more about that. Well, we're going to take a short break. Please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Locke Wilford. Get more excitement, more innovation, more reasons to celebrate during Dublin Nissan's Free to Choose event.
At Dublin Nissan, you're free to choose. Nissan Altima starting at $18,988 or 72 months at 0%. All new Muranos and Rogues, 60 months with no interest.
Dublin Nissan, the only dealer you will ever need.
Here we are with Miss Willie Paulk, getting to know her more.
Exactly, more.
More. Well, she's been a good friend. She's been in baby showers, weddings, birthdays.
Exactly.
Yes. We have known each other since we moved to Dublin close to 20 years ago, and it's been great knowing you.
Thank you, and you too. And Jose.
Yes. Tell me, out of all the companies and all the projects and things that you have worked in the past 24 years, what was the most challenging? What was the one that you feel very proud? I know we already talked about
That's fine.
Best Buy, but those 24 years.
Well, it's hard to choose one.
Right.
I think we probably have all talked about the Best Buy simply because they had looked at 200 communities
Wow.
in 6 states. That's a lot of communities.
My goodness, yes.
They had actually thrown out our package of information because they thought,
It was too
We're
far
too
from the
far,
75, yeah.
so to come back and have them come
That
and
is
look
just
at you,
amazing.
I mean, it was a fairy tale story.
Yes. Now, what about the very first one? Do you
Well,
remember the first one?
The very first one was actually the real project would probably have been New Holland,
Uh-huh.
because we had already had YKK and Confederate
Yes.
Packaging, New Holland. And it was a spec building that
Uh-huh.
we had just built and had put on the market. And then lo and behold, we got a
A prospect.
prospect from the state saying that they wanted to come and look at the spec building. So they did. And when they came to the airport, there were 5 gentlemen. And so I had my local team together. Bob Walker was the mayor at the time.
Uh-huh.
And I had Bob there because, Bob was in the tractor business before.
Right.
So I knew it was an agricultural company, but we didn't know anything else. And so they came and they pretty much liked what they saw, and then they came back the second time. But the first time, I laugh about it now, but you do whatever it has to be done.
Oh, yeah.
I got to think about the spec building, and I thought, it had a dirt floor, except there was a walkway all the way around it. It was a 60,000 square foot building, so not small.
Yeah.
And I went out there at 5 o'clock on that morning. They would come in my heels,
Oh,
my
gosh.
suit, and I swept the spec
Oh.
building, getting all the birds and all that, because I wanted it to look nice.
Yeah.
And I never will forget Jim Paulk, who was on the authority, pulled up about 7:30 and said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm cleaning up the spec building."
Well, you see, that's what makes you so special, because not everybody will do something like that.
Well, we had to make it look nice.
Yes.
But what was funny afterwards, you have to have a sense of humor
Oh, yeah.
in this business. I mean, a real
Yeah.
good sense of humor. When they flew in and we put them in the van and carried them to the building, the gentleman, the senior vice president, first trip down, walked in the door to the edge of the pavement, looked around like this and like this. It was a shell building, there was nothing in it. And he said, "David, do you like this building?" And the guy behind him said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Okay." I had swept every inch
I was
of
going
that.
to
He
say
never
that-
walked around. Never. Do you know when they announced, after the announcement, I told him, and he just died laughing. I said, "I want you to walk around and see. It was
Please
clean."
go inside and look what I've done. No.
But that was probably one of the, it was just funny because
Yeah.
you do so much behind the scene, they don't know what.
Oh, a lot of
you know.
people don't know. And even us, we don't know.
No.
We don't know.
And you wouldn't unless you worked the project.
Right. I actually didn't know much about a lot of things that goes on here in Dublin until I was in the leadership program.
Right.
And we went to the spec buildings and they explained to us how everything works, and I was like very impressed because you are in a city and you don't know what goes on behind everything, the chamber and all that stuff. So that was your first, kind of your first. Best Buy was like the miracle baby.
Then Fred's came behind that.
That's right.
Then Eldorado Stone, if you remember.
Yes, I
And
remember.
then they just began to, we had such cooperation locally and from the state. And then probably what we would like to talk about is the realignment that we did.
Yes.
The Development Authority felt at the time, because when I moved here, I was head of the tourism, the chamber, development.
Exactly.
Authority, all in one. And because we have grown, the Development Authority wanted to have one person just devoted to economic development.
Yes.
So we hired a young man from Alabama, you remember Cal Ray.
Yeah, who can forget him?
That's right, his family.
Yes.
And so he came and worked with me for 3 years.
Yes.
And then he was made the president of the Development Authority. I retained the president of the chamber, and at the time was still over the tourism. A couple of years later, the tourism became a separate entity.
Right.
And Rebecca McWilliam is now the director.
Right.
So we actually have three different entities, but still working together.
Exactly.
Just somebody focus on that
And
particular.
one thing and
Exactly. And so since then, of course, you know, Cal took a job in Tennessee.
Yes.
Clarksville, Tennessee, and we hired Brad Lofton.
Yes.
He's been a great guy.
Magnificent, yes.
I knew Brad's father. When I was at Adel, he was in Moultrie.
Uh-huh.
And so Brad is just a chip off the old block.
Yes.
Great guy. Love him to death. Love Cal.
Yes.
They were both so great to work with. And
They're
I
easy
feel
to
so-
love.
And I feel so special to have had the opportunity to be with those young people.
Yes.
They keep you young thinking. But it's just been great, and it's worked out beautifully. And as I say, as long as people work together, that's the whole thing. Because at the end of the day, the Best Buys and the New Hollands and the Eldorado
Yes.
Stones, they don't know what you do, and they just know they want that project to be as successful as they can get it. And they want everybody working on it. They don't care what your title is.
Well, let me tell you, when you first took this job, and one of the first things that you did was to go and visit the people who locally did not got the job. That was the first step on showing in this town that the only way things will work is if you work together.
That's right.
And that has been the motto. I mean, since I got here, I see how beautiful this town works. The chamber together, I mean, everybody gets along, the city, the county, the this and that. And that's why things work.
It's the only way it will work.
It's the only way, but you set that path. I mean, you show everybody that that's the only way.
Well, and you know, at the time that I was growing up, I didn't realize that my life was going to be the way it is today.
Right.
Nobody knows.
Exactly.
And someone asked me about teamwork, and I said, I guess my first lesson in teamwork was playing basketball.
There you go.
You have to work as a team.
You have to. You
No
cannot
one-
work alone. No.
And of course, but then I didn't know what I was preparing my
Exactly.
life for. You know, I just wanted to go and get a good job and make money.
Yes. Well, we're going to take another short break. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Kubota, value means getting more than you expected for less than you thought. That's exactly what you get with Kubota L-Series compact tractors. Forged from our proven design and quality materials, Kubota has been committed to building the industry's best compact tractors for decades. Visit your local Kubota dealer now for customer instant rebates of up to $3,000, plus get an additional $500 right now through June 30th. More for less. That's value. That's Kubota.
Freeman's Lawn and Garden. Call us at 272-2198.
Thank you for staying with us. I'm here with Miss Willie Paulk. This room was right here, this room, I think is magnificent. I think it's one of the best things that we have here. Tell me about this gorgeous room. I'm talking about the McGrath King.
Well, I get excited every time I tell the story because, again, it's unique.
Yes.
When I moved here in 1990, the chamber had bought Mars House, which we're housed in.
Exactly.
And, of course, it was great to me. It looked like a mansion from
Of course.
where my little town,
It's beautiful.
my little office. But it was not functional as far as growing the chamber because the conference room was so small. We did manage to have our board meetings in there, but we were like this.
Yeah.
And then one year I had the bright idea of having the chamber Christmas bar.
I was there.
In the building.
I was
So
there.
You remember.
Yes.
So in my office, Louis Curry was standing right next to me, and we were shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
And he said, you know, Willie, we're going to either have to quit having the chamber just after I was here or do something. And when he said it, it hit me wrong. And I said, Louis, aren't you the chairman of my long-range planning committee? Haven't you told me you were going to build me a separate building, blah, blah, blah? And he was so taken back, he said, I think so. Well, I thought nothing else.
Right.
about
It was just something
just
that.
passing. Well, in January, he came back and brought me a scale drawing of a building. And he said, what do you think about this? And I said, are you serious? he said, I think we can do it. So we devised a plan. We went to the chamber board and told them, you know, and they all agreed we needed a bigger space. But always they'd say, well, how are you going to pay for it?
Yeah.
So he said, we'll just raise the money. And they said, well, we'll let you do it on two things. First of all, don't use the chamber membership money. And I thought, well, gosh, there's not enough of it anyway. And then the second was, he said, we want the membership to be aware of it. And we agreed. So we put together a sales team to start off with and a planning team to really think through it before we even notified the membership.
Right.
So they all agreed, and a couple of months went by, and finally we had our plan ready, and we notified the membership to come to the chamber to see a drawing of an addition that we wanted to make to the building.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say 20 people came.
Yeah.
And no one seemed to have a complaint about it. A lot of questions, but nothing. So we just got our 25 people together, and we decided we'll just go ahead and jumpstart this and call people to see if they'll contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Pilar, it was overwhelming,
Yes.
the response. And it took off.
Yes.
And what you see is
This is just,
a dream.
Yes.
A dream that the local community did. These gorgeous portraits
yeah.
represent the
Franny,
history of
she
this
is
community.
amazing,
She
yes.
is.
She's amazing. And again, shows how our community pulled together when we need our
Exactly.
community to pull together.
And have a building they can be proud of. What is so interesting to me is to see kids, and when we honor them on the honors reception, we give them out the certificate.
Exactly.
When they come in and read the bios by these portraits,
Yes.
you can tell it's the closest history that we have,
Exactly.
where they can actually put a face to a name and of course, what really jump-started the project was the family of Mr. McGrath King.
Yes.
They heard about the project, wanted to know how they could participate, gave us the money, and we said, hey, we'll name it for
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. King. She opted not to have her name on the building, Miss Regina. She wanted it just to have Mr. McGrath,
His.
and so we honored that. And then the year that it was completed, which was in 2006, of course we had to tear up all the grounds to build the building.
Right.
And Lisa Livingston and her family came forward and said, we'd like to do something in honor of our mother, and at the time in memory of Louie.
Right.
And how about us redoing the ground,
Wow.
which has been a blessing.
It's beautiful.
So every family that's represented in here has been a contributor to this community for years and years and years. The other building that we built, you may have not remember, was a welcome center.
Yes, that's,
You know, when I moved here, I kept hearing people talk about Dublin is a halfway point between Atlanta and Savannah.
yes.
And I kind of think, well, if it's a halfway point, they stop, they go to the restroom,
Exactly.
they fill up the car, they grab something to eat. How can we get them to stop and look at Dublin?
Exactly.
Well, the state at the time had decided they had no funds to build additional visitor center. So they told me, they said, we support your idea, but you have to raise
But
the
you
money.
have to find the money.
Always raising money.
Story of your life.
I went to, at the time, Senator Hugh Gillis, State Representative DeBose Porter, and State Representative Terry Coleman.
Yes.
And I said, how much money can you all give me? So I got $200,000 from them, from the state. And then the rest, we had to ante up ourselves.
Yes.
But again, the people came, and they said, we'll support you.
Absolutely,
And
and
today
it's
it's a
beautiful.
visitor center.
That building is beautiful, and a person that stops by, it's a good building to show what we
It
have.
is, it
Yes,
is.
it's gorgeous.
So,
You have
Yeah.
no idea how much we appreciate, that. I don't know. You have that energy. You have this thing that makes people it's contagious.
well, thank you.
You get your energy, we get your energy, and we feel like, let's go, and
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. And like I say, I think it's because really everybody sees the need to do certain things. And then
Yes.
when you have people working with
But you see, but people see the need. But you need someone that gets up and say, well, let's do it. And this is how we're going to do it. You see, that's the big difference.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I know you have a busy schedule,
I do planning my trips.
planning your trips.
I'll be coming to you pretty soon saying, can I help you?
Yes, exactly. To me, it was an honor and a blessing having you here today
Thank you.
and talking about you and getting to know you more. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And hopefully this is not only the second part of an interview. Maybe in the future it's going to be more interviews.
Great. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Yes. And for all of you out there, thank you so much. And until next time.